Hello, everybody. There was one very difficult exam I took a few years ago. It's called the GRE. When you are preparing for this examination, you are informed that when you begin to have very difficult questions pushed to you, then you should know that you are doing very well. About a month ago, Obadiah Alliance, a Sephardic Jewish institution, led by Hakam Dr. Rabbi Yehonatan Elazar the Mota, constituted a Bedin which reviewed their intensive and extensive studies of the Igbo people, and they came out with a ruling. The ruling is that the Igbo people are descendants of the Israelites. The uninformed may not know the importance of this ruling, but the informed know the importance. If you go through Nigerian history, instructively, the only group which its history should be the easiest to trace, the Igbo people, are the only group described as having a history that is controversial. Meanwhile, open the pages of the Bible, you look at Igbo culture and history. But because anti-Semitism, which some Igbos call Igbophobia, dog the Igbos, a lot of historians in Nigeria prefer to cast a pall of confusion, doubts over Igbo history. But this ethnic group doesn't know what's going on, because if they know what's going on, they will take it serious. So this ruling is fundamentally important. I'm not going to go deeply into the reasons why it's important. Probably that will come in another video. But to continue from where I started, the more you do, the more is expected of you. This ruling has come out from a Sephardic rabbinical court. It gives us more work. And the aspect of the work, the part of the work I want to address tonight is the question of Aliyah. When Jews talk about Aliyah, what Jews mean is movement, ascension, going up to the land of Israel. That's whenever you hear Jews say Aliyah, you remember the wife of R. Kelly, the superstar. Her name was Aliyah. Once you hear Aliyah from Jews, what they generally mean is moving to the land of Israel. I know that this question has to be addressed in respect to the Igbos. The Igbos are Israelites. Israelites are entitled to move to the land of Israel. But we have to address it holistically, so that the people we are working for, when I say we, I mean Omenana defenders, would know our stand on this issue. Yes, the Igbo people are going to engage in Aliyah, a massive one. But it is stage by stage. The first stage of the Aliyah is for every Igbo to return to authentic Omenana. People that follow my writings religiously will know that I always talk about authentic Omenana. There is something that is fraudulent, something that is filled with confusion, that some people call Omenana, but that is not Omenana. So that is why I take care to stress authentic Omenana. That is Omenana that is in alliance or in alignment with the Hebrew Bible, which is a product of Omenana. The religion that Abraham practiced was called Omenana. The religion that Moses practiced was called Omenana in the Hebrew Bible. If you go to Deuteronomy 6:1, preferably in the Igbo language, you would find Omenana written there. God called that religion and culture Omenana. So, Igbos are going to engage in a massive Aliyah back to or up to authentic omenala. When Igbos do this, Igbos will be able to resacralize the land called Igbo land. There are at least 40 million people in the world today who can trace themselves back to an Igbo family, what we call Omunna. Israel is 7,000 plus square miles. Igbo land is 16,000 plus square miles. So we need Igbo land to accommodate these millions of Igbos that are moving around in the world today. I am talking about those ones that have families that can still trace themselves back to Umunna. I have not yet referred to the 40 million that you will find in the African American world who are also showing interest. The 40 million you will find in the African American world, the Caribbean world, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Cape Verde, Equatorial Guinea, Sao Tome and Principe. At least 40 million people are to be found in this world and in Canada and in Europe. The great Olaude Equiano, our hero, died in Britain. Are we to say he will not come back to Igbo land if he wanted to come back? Last week, as I talked with Zion Lex, one of the leaders of the Israelite movement in the United States of America, some brothers and sisters that came to listen to our conversation urged Zion Lex to think about a tour to Igbo land. So, brothers and sisters, we have to do an Aliyah up to Omenana so that we will be able to resacralize that land, make it habitable again, remove the hotness. Everybody that grew up in Igbo land knows that, or should know that, Igbo land is afire today, because in Igbo belief is this understanding that if the land is not kept holy, it vomits the inhabitants. The vomiting is what's going on. That is why Igbos are found everywhere in the world today, living precarious lives. But one assurance I'm giving us is that if we return to authentic Omenana, the land will know peace, the land will know tranquility, the land will know equilibrium, and Igbos will start going back, returning. And we need that land to accommodate these groups of people that I have listed. We are not going to take all of them to Israel. In fact, there is an Igbo community in Israel, so that one suffices for now. Igbos are serving in the IDF. That community, in spite of everything it has gone through, is still strong. We will give it maximum support, keep on representing us in Israel while we resacralize, while we cleanse up Igbo land again, reintroduce total justice based on Omenana, so that the millions of her children marooned in the Americas, in the Caribbeans, in Europe, and in parts of Africa will start coming back. So, before I drop this issue, I'm reiterating again, we are going to do Aliyah, but we are starting from Aliyah up to Omenana, then proceed to Aliyah to resacralize Igbo land, and the future will take care of itself. We are still going to be dialoguing with our brothers and sisters, the Jews, the Samaritans, the Karaites. Thank you, everybody.